Hello crafty friends, this is the Papered Chef here. In today's Brother ScanNCut tips and tricks video, I'm going to show you how to cut out an oval frame. The oval frame can be used for a card, or in the case of my viewer's question, a tissue box. My viewer Joanne asked me about how to align an oval with a rectangle, in that she's making small tissue boxes as gifts. So I was doing this similar thing anyway when I was making cards, and so I decided to just dedicate this video to Joanne and answer her question at the same time. So I hope you can all be thinking about ways to apply this technique to your own crafting projects. Every time I show you a Brother ScanNCut tip or trick, I hope that you're able to figure out other ways to use it. All right, so here we have it. These are brand new in our new catalog. These are called Magnolia Lane Memories and More card pack. These are cardstock, really thick. And they're actually thicker than the cards in the pack that came, which I'll show you. And so we have to use a bigger blade, a higher blade depth. All right, so let's get the ScanNCut mat, and we're gonna just stick it anywhere. Doesn't matter where we stick it, because you're gonna actually learn a bonus tip called background scanning, where we scan in this mat, and wherever this is, we're gonna cut it out on that part of the mat. Okay, so, and the bonus is that when you cut out an oval out of a rectangle, you'll actually have the oval that you can use for other projects. I have 5 projects to show you at the end of my video, so please stick around to the end, because that's a little teaser. There's 5 things I made with the Magnolia Lane Suite by Stampin' Up, which is our new annual catalog. All right, so when you turn on your Brother ScanNCut, you see pattern and scan, and so we're going to select, use my pencil, pattern, and we're going to use the built-in patterns. One of the things I love about the ScanNCut is that you can use built-in patterns and that you don't have to be connected to a computer. So we're just going to use this one. We're going to select the square, BA-A001. Whether you have the Brother ScanNCut DX or the CM350 like I have, it doesn't matter. You can follow along with this tutorial. Every single ScanNCut model has built-in shapes like this one. If you were to just raise the size of this shape right now, it would stay in proportion and you would have a square, but we need a rectangle. So you need to click on this button with the arrows, because this will make sure that the size is not in proportion. So when I change the width now, or the height, the other will not change. Okay? And all of my measurements will be in the description and also in my blog post at thepaperedchef.com. So you don't need to sit and write down a lot of notes. And I was surprised to see on YouTube that a lot of my viewers, I look at analytics once in a while, a lot of my viewers are watching these videos from a television. I was like, what? So you can't really see the description with my notes in it. And I realized that. I was like, no wonder people keep asking me so many questions about what's already in my description. It's because I guess if you're watching it from a TV, you can't see the description easily. I don't know. If you ever watch a video on YouTube from a TV, let me know. Okay, I did. I shouldn't be going so slow. If you hold the button down, it'll go faster. But okay, so the height is 3.1. There's a reason for that. We're going to be putting this on a card, and I don't want to block this cool foiling. So that's the size that I'm using. And the width is 4.2. Okay, so 3.1, 4.2. We're making a rectangle. You say set. All right, don't worry about where it's at. Now we're going to put it somewhere else. Now we need to add. We need to add another shape is what we're adding. Okay, we're going to add this time an oval, because remember, this whole tip and trick is about making an oval window. So we need an oval shape. Keep going. Oh, there it is. There it is. BA-A059. On my machine, it's on page 4 of 10. On your machine, it could be in a different place. This time, because it's an oval and Brother has decided that this is the shape of an oval, I'm not going to mess with the proportion because I want to keep it a nice oval. I'm just going to mess with the width. So when I change the width to 2, the height will change in proportion. So if you hold it down, see, hold it down, there, it'll stay in proportion. So a width of 2, so the height of 1.5, and you say set. All right, now we have 2 objects on the screen. So I would like to group those together. But you don't just group them. I mean, you want to group them after you sort of align them. And you could just eyeball it if you want. So let's eyeball it. Yeah, that sort of, aligns. However, let's just use our tools, okay? Let's use our alignment tools that are built into the machine. Again, another thing I love, like let me count the things I love about this machine. All right, so we're gonna go into the editing mode. That's this little mode here with the shapes. And we're going to go here to select. This is the select, the 3 little red squares. We're gonna select everything. There's only 2 things, but we're gonna select everything. And so we say okay. Now we're going to go over here to the one with the 4 arrows, because that's how we can do nudging, which is when you nudge, things go up and down and side to side. But you can also align in there. It may be a feature you might not have tried yet. So please try this, because practice makes perfect. And I want to also hear in the comments how you're using this technique for your own crafting projects. So I hope you go try it. Don't just sit and watch this from your living room and eat some popcorn. You have to try these things. All right. Oh, by the way, let me go back. And we undo. Not go back. I just want to go back to show you where that was. Okay, see? Right here. It's the little, it looks like it's an alignment. There's a line and then 2 rectangles. So this is an alignment area. So you went into the area with the 4 arrows, but then you're further going into this area. All right, so now we're going to do 2 things. We're going to align these both vertically and horizontally. So let's see. First button. They're both selected. That aligned them vertically. Why not do this professionally, right? We could have eyeballed it, but let's now align them horizontally. So it's better if you do this than eyeballing it, because this gets it precisely aligned and it just looks better on your card. And you always go, oh, why is that? Well, it's because it's aligned perfectly. So say okay. Say okay again. Now let's group these objects with the group button. This is group here. It looks like 2 shapes with a little line around it. And the way you know it's grouped is because it's 1 red line around the outside. If it was not grouped, here, let's ungroup it. You'll see 2 red lines. That's ungrouped. We want it grouped because we need to move it somewhere. I'm going to move it off to the side and teach you about another feature called background scan. My diehard viewers who have been with me since the beginning know all about background scan, but a lot of you are new, so let's show you background scanning. All right, so we have that piece of Designer Series paper. Just to go back, so in case you're lost, here we have it. Not Designer Series paper, it's cardstock. It's from a pack. I'll show you the pack as well, so stick around. Okay, so we're going to load the mat with this button here, load. We're going to scan in the background. That's that button there, okay? Right here, background scanning. There's a couple settings with that too. We'll see if it comes out later dark, and then we'll mess with the settings if we need to. Again, all your ScanNCuts have this, and so you can follow along. What's back there? There looks like a little bag in my view. Okay, so here it is. You have this. This is where we want to place this over the top of that. Okay, I want to cut out the middle of this. And here, let's get some flowers in it as well. We'll get, here, let's do this. We'll get a little bit of flowers in the back. So now we have like a little cool corner area going on too. All right, so let me show you one setting you could do with the background scan. If this was like too dark or too light, there is one setting in with the settings. Click here, and you can say, I want the background to be dark or the background to be light, or no background at all. But we want a background in this case. So let's say background is dark, and that's okay. And see, now we get a better view of our background. So dark or light. I think dark is fine, and let's just see. I'm going to cover that with maybe a sticker or 2 in the corner, but still, I want a little bit of the flowers in there. Okay, and then I can leave this whole thing for a bookmark, the whole part on the left. Save that part. Say okay. Now we're going to cut. And when we cut, you either use the auto blade technology of your DX machine, or I'm using a higher blade depth than normal, blade depth of 5, okay, because I'm using a CM350 or ScanNCut 2. Okay, so let's start. So this works on every machine. I'm just cutting out the little rectangle. We'll unload the mat, then I'll show you what I did. Okay, so let's say okay, or let's unload the mat, and now we're done with the machine, which is good because we have lots of cool things to show you. So let me just tilt that down. See? Now we could save this for whatever, bookmark, use it to punch out things. Now we have this beautiful window, which we're going to use on our card, and let me show you the cards. So I send out a lot of samples, and I send out a lot of cards all the time, and anybody that orders from me, any of you watching, it doesn't even matter if you order from someone else too. But if you order from me, you're going to get this incredible, incredible new catalog survival kit, and it's going to have lots and lots of samples in it. So one of the things I do is like I label my samples. And so I'm going to be putting these on these cards that come with this pack. So here's what I have here. These are called, okay, let's find the container. So it's called Magnolia Lane Suite. So let me turn on my light here. There we go. Magnolia Lane, large, memories and more, cards and envelopes. So let's see how many it comes with. This is all new to me too. Here, 20 cards and envelopes, okay? Nice big piece of cardboard, and then these envelope liners, these beautiful envelope liners, which I did something with. And then you can do, then you have the cards. And the cards, I mean, honestly, I'm a straight shooter with my viewers. These are flimsy. I mean, they're not even as thick as the cardstock in the pack that comes with them, or that's associated with them. But they are meant to be dressed up, so that's why they're probably kind of flimsy. In other words, they're meant to have things on the front and things on the back. I mean, not the back, the inside. Okay, so it's sort of like craft cardstock, but then you dress it up and it becomes like a really nice heavier card. So when someone gets it, they're not like, oh, that's cheap. They're like if they got this, maybe they would say it. But then if you saw the foiling's pretty, but then when you dress it up and you do stuff to it. Okay, here's our measurements I told you, and it fits perfectly inside the foiling. So the reason I came up with this project is I was like, I can't cover that beautiful foiling. That was the whole reason I bought the darn things. It's for the foiling. Okay, because foiling is kind of hard, and especially to get it like right onto the exact spot. So I want to show off the border, so that's why I made the frame the exact size I did to show off the border. So then you have these extra pieces which you can stamp onto or use the other side of. All right, so without further ado, I'm going to show you what's in this card pack, and then show you my projects I created with it. So, comes with stickers. This is the card pack. Let me show you the box is a card pack here. So, Memories and More, Magnolia Lane, Memories and More card pack. Stickers, cards, blah, blah, blah. Here are the other sides. Okay? I'll probably do more with these. Some vellum, and I mean, there's probably more stuff. So then I took all this. I took Mossy Meadow. This is currently in our catalog. You don't have to wait, crafty friends. You don't have to wait for that. There's even more memories and more cards, by the way. Lots and lots of cards. Okay, I took Mossy Meadow. I took this new punch, which is pretty cool. This punch is called Delightful Tag Topper Punch. Trying to find all the stuff I used. I took this ribbon pack. I pretty much I bought the whole suite. I just didn't buy the stamp set because I wasn't feeling it with the big giant flower. But I do like, I like flowers, and I already had something similar. I might get it anyway because it is pretty. It's pretty to color. Okay, so Magnolia Lane ribbon combo pack. And what else? Cards. Oh, and the cards. Okay, so that's what I used for this project. So here are some things I used with the ovals that I cut out from the windows, and these are the little stickers, and this is the little vellum, and this is the little ribbon pack. Okay, so you use the oval as the reverse of what I just showed you to make your window, and then I think I labeled this one here, Magnolia Lane, and where it is in the annual catalog. I can't show you the actual inside of the catalog, but I can show you that we are really into this catalog, like we're into this. Stampin' Up! Is really into this suite, not into this catalog. This suite is right on the front of the catalog. Okay, it is telling me my battery is low. I'm gonna have to move my camera a little bit to turn off this. As if I don't turn off this little acknowledgement, I can't see anything that I'm filming. All right, so I hope I make it through without my battery dying. All right, let's show you the projects. Okay, thinking of you. So I used this technique, and I didn't have the stamp set like I told you, but there is a thinking of you stamp on the stamp set that comes in the catalog. I just happen to have this other stamp set, and I'll show you guys, my viewers, how to cut this out with the Brother ScanNCut. It's called Wonderful Romance. So this is one of those retiring stamp sets. See, I already had a big flower, and I thought, oh, that's pretty. But I used the Thinking of You all the time. So I stamped that in Mossy Meadow, and what I did is I raised it. So again, Wonderful Romance, that's where I got the stamp set. I raised it. I used this, I put these up on dimensionals, the little floating window. Then I floated it also inside, so you can see there's a dimension there. So I pushed that down onto the bottom, the Thinking of You, but then I raised this up. So then and I could have even inked around the edges, and I think it would have added more dimension. Use the stickers, use the twine, envelope liners. Okay, I better hurry before my camera dies. All right, So this is the next card. I cut out the window, but this time I didn't raise it up the back, I raised up the front. So I raised up the piece that came from the reverse. And so see, the back is glued on there, and then the top is raised up. And I used some of these little faceted gems, clear faceted gems, which are in our catalog now. And I thought those faceted gems went nice with the little foiling. And I put 3 of them because I like to do things in sets of 3. Again, a matching envelope. Then I used the envelope liner with the same technique. So we got the envelope liners that came with this pack, and I used the envelope liners I cut out the window from them, and then I did the raising up technique. Okay, and the other thing I wanted to show you is the inside of the card, and there you go. Okay, the inside of the card is using the Memories and More card pack, and I used all the ones that would look good to put a note on. Okay, in the inside. So now my sign, kind of a sort of somewhat flimsy but beautiful, they are still beautiful cards, became very, very heavy duty because they're reinforced. You got this in the inside, you got something on the outside, and now I really like them. Now I'm like, now I'm just like, I can't wait to get, be done this video and I'm going to go make the whole pack of them because that's how excited I am about it. All right, so thank you for watching. I hope you like my 5 projects, and I hope you like our new Magnolia Lane Suite, and that you'll be one of my customers and get my new catalog survival kit, which has samples from not just this suite, but many other suites as well. Bye for now. This is the Papered Chef.